So I'm here with Bruce Apar, chairman of the Harrison Apar Foundation, and here we are at the 2013 Columbus Day Golf Classic once again. Bruce, speak about your feelings about this event today and how things have gone so far for you.
Yeah, we've been doing this for nigh on 10 years now, Nick. Harrison, our son, passed away in March of 2003. We didn't do a tournament the first year. We did a softball game, and then we started doing tournaments. I have to say, I started doing golf tournaments. We've done softball tournaments as well. I have to say, this riding around today, for a couple of reasons, this may be the best one yet. In the sense that, at least from my experience, this may be the best one yet. I've had more time to drive around all day and visit the groupings. I've had more help this year. It's the first year that we've teamed with the Yorktown Chamber of Commerce, which has been a great partner, and I hope will be a great partner for years to come now. The Chamber used to do its own outing, and they decided to combine with ours, and it's been a great relationship already, even though the tournament is just happening right now. And we have Bucky Dent this year. We always have a famous Yankee or Met, or both, in some years. Bucky's been great. He's driving around to all the groupings and talking to people, taking photographs, sharing stories, giving autographs. He's a great guy, Bucky. And of course, as I said to him, there have been great baseball players, of course, in the Yankee history, great home run hitters in Yankee history. We all know that. Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Reggie Jackson. And yet, somewhat ironically, there's no home run that I know as a lifelong Yankee fan that is more memorable than the home run hit by Bucky Dent on October 2nd, 1978. So here we are at this event 35 years, 12 days later, and it's really thrilling to have Bucky Dent here with us on the 35th anniversary, within a couple of weeks of his historic and unforgettable home run. And he's a great guy. You could just see out there he's genuine. And it's a beautiful day. The weather's great. So for all those reasons, this is maybe one of my favorite charity golf tournaments that we've ever put on.
You spoke about your new partnership. Can you talk a little bit about what you may have planned going forward with the Yorktown Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I mean, we do have some decisions to make. We've been extremely lucky. There's that expression, you make your own luck. Well, that doesn't hold true for the weather. There's nothing you can do to make your own luck with the weather. And we've been lucky that we've never had to cancel it. We never really have a rain date. So if this tournament ever was rained out in the last 10 years, there wouldn't have been a tournament for that year. So we just, I've gotten a lot of lucky breaks with the weather. Today is as gorgeous a fall day in the Northeast as you're ever going to see. But it is late in the season. This is the latest Columbus Day can ever be, October 14th being the second Monday of the month. And so we have to decide, should we keep it on Columbus Day? That's one of the decisions. My inclination is to do that. Other than that, I think it's just a matter of talking with the Yorktown Chamber, and if there's any way we want to tweak this event going forward as partners with the local Yorktown Athletic Club. But again, this year, everything seems to be going right.
What plans do you have for the foundation this year, or what would you like to do with the foundation this year?
Well, I mean, the grand plan, and I call it our 2020 vision, and I said this a number of years ago, that in the year 2020, I set this as a kind of a goal, and now we're going to be less than 7 years away from 2020, is to build in Yorktown what I call a generation station, which would be a senior center and also a youth center, bridging the generations. And there's been a lot of talk in this particular community in northern Westchester County, New York, about a new senior center. And there has been talk about, building maybe a enhanced youth facility. Some of the buildings used for youth sports and recreation are historic, but that also means they're old.
Yes.
And so that's a grand plan for our foundation to undertake, an endowment fund that at some point would be able to build a senior/youth recreation center.
How do you think that falls in line with like Harrison's desires
Well, I mean,
or interests?
Yeah, the thing about Harrison that continues to endear people to him, and now his spirit, his memory, his legacy, is that he passed away at age 15. He was only 3 feet tall because of a very rare form of dwarfism. He had an outsized personality, a very sharp wit. He was a very good writer, a sports encyclopedia, and people of all ages were so taken by him and his attitude towards life. Even though he was afflicted by lifelong heart and lung disease as a result of his growth condition, he had the greatest attitude. He would never let you see if he was a little down. He had a lot of pride. And so somebody could be 80 years old or 5 or 6 or 7 years old, and they would just want to talk to Harrison and be around him because he projected that kind of very positive vibe.